How's it going, everyone? I'm your host, Calamity, and welcome to my new playthrough of Pikmin for the Nintendo Wii. Originally a GameCube title, this game was re-released for the Wii with pointer controls in mind, because you'll see in due time that throwing controls were very necessary. By throwing, I mean pointing. You know what I mean. It's Pikmin. You've probably seen Olimar and Smash. Anyways, let's select our file and let us get started with the game. And enjoy this nice cutscene. Well, I can safely say that was not a very good situation. Crash landing on a unfamiliar territory is definitely something worth panicking about. Thankfully, we've got our guy here. He's pretty calm about it. I mean, of course he's gonna be surprised to see that. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out and awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I am stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then... No. Better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. Yep, it is better not to think about the worst that could happen. Anyways, as we're walking around here, let's stumble upon this thing. Okay, at first I would have panicked when I saw my ship crashed, but at this point I'd just be so weirded out. I wouldn't even be convinced that what's going on is real. A strange thing has appeared before me. I'd barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. So while we wait for that to grow, how about we just beat up these flowers, because I hate nature. And that little sprout grew. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light and sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I can't help but think it's calling to me. I'm compelled. I must approach it and press A. Oh, Olimar with your fourth wall breaks. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive. And yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it with A and throw it in the direction I point. And perhaps I'll call it to my side with B. Perhaps it'll react to C, pressing down on the directional pad while pointing as well. The following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. Z to rotate the camera behind Olimar. The left and right control buttons are to zoom. Up is to change perspective. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with the controls and my surroundings. So yeah, he's just going to continue to break the fourth wall. Anyways, let's just throw this guy at the little pellet right there. Because of course, when you're stranded on a distant planet, you see a little creature, and your first response is to throw him. Very cool. Astonishing, the onion has grown more seeds. That small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some sort of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be sort of incubator, needless to say. I'm gonna study this strange life form more. Just keep destroying this flower. We can use this the pointer to guide the Pikmin towards it, and it'll carry it. It's way more effective when you have more Pikmin in your squad, though. Because as you can see, they're forming a little line. This is called swarming, and you can use this to attack some enemies, get some tasks done, or just group all the Pikmin onto a certain item. Let's just pull these guys out of the ground. Now, as you can obviously tell with the Pikmin that are behind us, they're pretty slow. They don't move very fast, which is literally what slow means. Anyways, a way to circumvent this is to hold A when you're near one, and then, yeah, you can carry it around with you. This is a trick speedrunners often use to, make the game faster, obviously. Anyways, yeah. Those are leaf Pikmin. You can tell by the leaves on their heads. Clearly. The longer they remain in the ground, or when you use a special item on them, which we will find actually in the next video, they will grow into more mature stages of Pikmin. Bud Pikmin, which move a little faster, deal more damage, and Flower Pikmin, which move much faster and deal much more damage. Also, that pellet that said 5 on it gave us 5 red Pikmin. That is because we matched up with the red Pikmin. If we used it with any other type of Pikmin that we do not have in the game yet, it would give us about 3 or so. So obviously it's a good call to match types of pellets with Pikmin, because those will get you more Pikmin as a result. That's why the 1 pellets give us 2. However, this does not apply to certain enemies that you can kill and, well, carry to your onion to have the Pikmin essentially eat. Because those give you a fixed amount. It is the same every time. It's only the pellets that are different. Get these guys back in the squad. And now we can see this cardboard box, which has the number 10 on it. Environmental storytelling, I guess. And we can throw all our Pikmin on that, and they'll start pushing it. Gotta fit it right in there, not symmetrically, but properly, because it is the equal size for it, apparently. Level designers know what they're doing, I guess. Anyways, yeah. That box now acts as a bridge, so we can access that area. And also, it got out of our way. That's good. Now we can go to this thing. Amazing! There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I've already stumbled on the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? Well, Olimar, it's almost like this entire time you have had these small little creatures to do your bidding, but how will you? No, really, how will you? It takes 20 to carry. We don't have 20. So, our only option is to go up here. Throw this Pikmin there. Get 5 on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get a couple on these. And that should be good. How about we throw another one on there, and get the rest of them on that 5 pellet so it can move faster. As you can see, that is a 5 minimum. You can have up to 10 Pikmin carry that 5 pellet all the way over to the onion. It's important that you do this because they'll move faster than usual. As you can see, these 2 Pikmin carrying the 1 pellet are moving significantly faster than the singular one that's just carrying this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Now, a speedrunning strat that people often use for this game is to whistle the Pikmin as soon as they get underneath the onion to deliver their food. Like that. That one didn't actually work too well. You need to do it like as soon as the particles start to show up, because otherwise you'll have to wait through that long animation just to get your Pikmin back. And if you're a speedrunner, you definitely don't have time for that. This game is a speedrunner's dream because it's a real-time strategy game that focuses on the squad management, and it is actually a very heavily encouraged factor of the game to beat the game as fast as you possibly can. That is a massive part of the game because you'll see at the end of the series, actually. Not much of a spoiler, but it's something that you'll see at the end. Anyways, let's get these 23 red Pikmin carrying this engine all the way back to the ship. Which shouldn't take too long. I got all 23 of them on it, so it should take longer than the usual 20. But there's not really much to do here. Let's just take a look around, see what we got here. These are some interesting areas right here. Yeah. As we take a look around the impact site... Actually, no. Before I do that, stop everything. I forgot one pellet. That one Pikmin fell. All of them got stuck on that tree right there. Yeah, okay. Pikmin AI works in binary. That's what I'm gonna call it. These Pikmin are very stupid. They work in binary because they're either doing something or they're not. So, let's just wait for this... let's speed it up. Get the second guy on there, because we could have 25 carrying that, but I had 23, so I almost missed it. You want to get as many Pikmin as possible at the start of the day, which maxes out at 25, of course. I just happened to miss that one red pellet. So let's get them on this, because multitasking is important. Have them carry this all the way back to the ship while I wait for the Pikmin to sprout. Alright, we got him. None left behind. And let's have you two. I get that you two just got born. You two were just born. You just popped out of the ground, but instantly make you do menial labor. And it instantly flipped over as soon as it got its engine back. Wow. And it instantly starts repairing itself. I wish cars did this. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. And the day's ended. All these Pikmin are running all the way back to their onion. Because, you know, they can't really do much at night. They have to reside in there while they, you know, wait for the day. And we'll get an explanation for that in the next video, I believe. Now as our scuffed ship takes off, the onion takes off with it. That's where I'd be even more confused. The onion was already creepy enough, but the fact that it can fly is even weirder. One day since impact, I've somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or if they merely decided to join me for other reasons. Either way, it seems they'll help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can recover them all, or if I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hocotate. It's Hocotate officially, but in Pikmin 2 they say it is Hocotate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore it tomorrow. Anyways, we can see the graph of the Pikmin that we have sprouted, lost in battle, and left behind. We didn't lose any in battle because there were no enemies, and we didn't leave any behind because it was a scripted event. And also you can see the full graph of the Pikmin population, which is really satisfying to see when you grow a lot of them. And believe me, we will be growing a lot of them in due time. And we can see just how many we have total on the bottom right there. So we have 25 red Pikmin in the red onion. We got one ship part, we have 29 remaining, 29 days remaining as well. So, next time on Pikmin, we are going to go to the Forest of Hope for the first time, and hopefully get as many parts as possible. So, we're going to be doing just that. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. If you dislike it, then, well, dislike it. You have the option, even if YouTube doesn't want you to. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload. So, I hope to see you all in the next video.